Hey guys, what is up? Kevincage back with another video on the one and only XRP. If it's your first time to the channel for daily XRP news, information, and speculation, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's get into this. So again guys, be sure to always check out this website. It is fiatleak.com. You can actually see the ongoing transactions occurring right now throughout the market on various exchanges, as you can see here. So we have the XRP pair and the USD pair, seeing the current price along with various exchanges and the actual transactions occurring. And if you want, you can look at, ADA, ADA, Cardano. You can look at any others. So I just really like this illustration. I know I covered this in another video, but just wanted to start off with that since it's something interesting. All right, and it shows other currency pairs, of course, as well. All right. Start things off. I am Legion. Just to be brief here, he tags me in this for just R3 information. So again, though it's a private permissioned blockchain, we've designed it in such a way that if you're on Corda, your assets are transferable between different applications and networks on Corda, right? And this is significant. Again, more right here on why Corda is perfect for Marco Polo. And we already know why Marco Polo is a huge, huge monster. We've done videos on that in the past as well. So either look for those videos around, or you can just simply Google it and just understand what kind of money Marco Polo is, exchanging and settling on a daily basis. But again, remember R3, huge banking consortium, huge lawsuit back in the day with Ripple, has a lot of XRP. A lot of the board members of R3 actually are the same ones on Swift as well, and Swift is the current dominating payments infrastructure today that we see. Again, it's legacy, it is old, it will be replaced in due time, in my opinion. Again, there's only a few options for Swift, and it's 11,000 institutions with $5 trillion, if not more, plus per day in settlement, over $1 quadrillion annually. And again, I know these are large numbers, but it is very, very true. There's a lot of money that is moving in the world on a daily basis, and R3 will be a huge mover in this. Yoshitaka Kitao of SBI in Japan has said that he wants Ripple to focus on the remittance, cross-border transactions and settlements, whereas R3 will focus on various other sectors utilizing and hopefully developing this XRP ecosystem on their open blockchain platform Corda. And they're going to focus on other areas such as insurance, real estate, supply chain management, perhaps even biotechnology, different things. And keep in mind, this is not just for payments and mediums of value. It can also just be for, reducing operational costs for businesses, having better transferability, transparency as well, and just better understanding and helping the whole world of business and business models interoperate together and just be, overall more efficient, period. Just like any business is aiming to do. With efficiency, you're saving time and cost, often. All right. Next, King Solomon at XRP_owl. This is interesting to say the least. I recommend reading this full document. And again, this was actually shared by Matthew Linney in the beginning. And this is the Federal Reserve letter to Congress discussing the proposal of a new RTGS, and that's real-time gross settlement, in July 26th of 2019. So this just happened, as we can see here, some proof. And again, it's Jerome Powell, the chairman. I know a lot of people have been talking about him recently. But again, we can read this. I went through it pretty quickly, but again, feel free to check this out on your own time if you'd like. But just to give you some bullet points that King Solomon checked this out. So he said, some existing services offer real-time funds availability to certain consumers, but they conduct interbank settlement on a deferred basis using legacy systems. Exactly. This type of settlement entails a buildup of obligations, like IOUs between banks. All right, this is what Swift is doing today. Different IOUs, it's just a fancy credit and debiting platform. And really on the back end, it's not actually solving the problem that Ripple is equipped to solve with XRP by sourcing on-demand liquidity and settling within seconds. That's solving the problem. This, not at all. It just gives the illusion that it's solving the problem. In terms of, the messaging standard, it's effective, but on the settlement layer, the bottom, way below, the whole hierarchy, and I've showed that, pyramid in the past of the application layer at the top and going all the way down, Ripple's going beneath the central banks, the settlements layer of everything, and reducing that transaction time. All right? Next part, a Federal Reserve real-time gross settlement service operating alongside and in support of private sector services would provide a modern, reliable, resilient, nationwide, and real-time retail payments infrastructure supporting faster payments. We know, they've been looking at this in the works. Every single XRP YouTuber is covering this information. So again, guys, it's good to see that we're seeing this type of movement from the Federal Reserve. And even if it's not XRP, I want you to understand that it is validating the use case of XRP. And keep in mind, they are the dominant player in this space. Competition is good, but I don't think there's anything that can compete with it, to be real with you. And again, Federal Reserve, there's other forms of mediums besides just DLT and blockchain. Again, for real-time gross settlements at least. But it's still a step forward in the right direction. And we might, perhaps XRP will not be used to settle domestically. Doesn't matter. The Federal Reserve, there's documentation. I hope I'll cover it in another video maybe because I was reading it earlier. But basically it was documentation that's saying, there's still going to be real-time gross settlement needs for cross-border transfers. And that's where XRP will come in, without a doubt. All right. And we'll finish up with this article by the one and only XRP researcher at XRP Center. Definite follow. And as we can see here, got to give this guy a follow. So we got JS13K Games announces the launch of a new game category called Web Monetization in the partnership with COIL. We already know COIL is the web monetization with, Interledger, Stephen Thomas, former CTO of Ripple. Just really developing the ecosystem. A lot of people have actually said that if successful, this web monetization, this COIL platform could actually grow the XRP ecosystem even more than the global remittance whole ecosystem, even more than global remittance and xRapid utility. So that is massive. All right, so right here, game creators will be able to receive micro payments either in XRP via the XRPTipBot or even US dollar at Stronghold Exchange. So I'm going to give these guys a follow as well. But just to get through this article briefly. So I'm thrilled to announce that we'll have a brand new category this year, web monetization. It will be compatible with 3 basic ones: desktop, mobile, and server. So you'll be able to submit to any or all of them. Web monetization category was created thanks to the partnership with COIL. It does not influence the size limit, and to participate, all you have to do is to include one meta tag in the head of your index.html. This will allow you to monetize your entry. It's effortless. You're simply just pasting that right in the header. All right. So what exactly does how does monetization work? So if a COIL subscriber visits your entry, COIL will pay you micro amounts of money. And for example, we're going to say XRP because that's COIL's primary purpose. Per every second, I mean, obviously COIL's primary purpose is micro payments, but it's going to be utilizing the most effective and fastest. All right. As we can see here, to make this work, we'll need 2 things though: compatible browser and a wallet. Right now, the web monetization API is in the very early stages of being worked on, and it's not even a W3C draft yet. But thanks to the Interledger community group, there's a working polyfill. This means web monetization can already be used either via Puma browser, which supports this natively, or installing a Firefox or Chrome extension that emulates it. And if you guys haven't checked out COIL or even started, got a profile, please do. Definitely check it out. It'll help grow the ecosystem. And if you're an XRP fan, at the very least, take a look at it. All right, so if someone registers on COIL.com, they pay $5 a month subscription fee and then uses the Puma browser, Firefox, Chrome with that extension, then they become an active subscriber. If a subscriber visits your game, your website, however, but in this example, it's the game, COIL pays you money. But where does this money go to? If you want to receive the funds, then you need a wallet. COIL makes it easy for you. When you register, from the creator's settings in your account, you can either select US dollar, USD, or XRP as the currency you'll be paid in. Choosing USD will ask you for your Stronghold account. Choosing XRP, let's assume you go for this option, will take you to XRPTipBot at this time. Who knows if there's going to be other things built for this use case. But in my opinion, XRPTipBot should reign. So thank you, Vitae Vind, for developing this. Where you can create your own wallet. If you have a COIL account, you will be logged in automatically and the wallet will be created for you. This wallet address is your unique payment pointer, and this pointer is exactly what the monetization meta tag means. Now we have it all. We have the monetization meta tag enables the content to be paid for by COIL when the subscriber visits. XRPTipBot offers the wallet, and COIL gives the platform for everything to work. Now, every time someone plays your game, the funds will be streamed immediately directly to you via micropayments. There's no SDK implementations to make it work, no ads ruining the gameplay, no paywalls blocking the content, no months of waiting for the payment from the publisher, only you, your game, and the money you get instantaneously. That's exciting. And I know maybe, my subscriber base, you guys might be a little bit older, you might not be super techy, maybe you're not into the whole gaming community, but millennials are, and this is massive. I'm sure you've heard of some very, popular esports and, professional video game players, whether they play on the PC or, on PlayStation 4. It's huge. Children today, if you pay attention, maybe your grandkids or your kids today, they know their favorite streamer, and a streamer is someone, that plays video games live online. They know more streamers than actual professional athletes. You have to follow these trends, all right? Fundamental analysis. Follow trends and capitalize on it. So the crucial part to encourage the whole ecosystem is to grow is the 100 plus 20 rule. In short, it means that you create your game the way you wanted to, and only then you add some extra features on top of it for subscribers, be it some extra points, unique weapons, secret level, etc. You're not taking away a piece of the content and calling it a paid DLC. Well said. We got Stephen Thomas at JustMoon on Twitter. He was the former CTO of Ripple, but he left to work on COIL and spearhead this whole group. And honestly, there's nobody better for this role. So it's crazy to think how many companies were involved to make this possible. Puma Browser had to make the browser. Hopefully you say Enclave Games, the game. COIL, the subscription. xRPTipBot, the wallet. Then Stratalabs.io, the back end. Not even counting the XRP ledger. Open networks are amazing. And that's exciting. I mean, you can just see how, passionate he is. I love listening to Stephen Thomas speak as well. Whenever it's anybody from Ripple or, David Schwartz, Stephen Thomas, Chris Larson, Brad Garlinghouse, Ashish Burla, anything. In all different categories, it's always fascinating to hear because they all really do speak eloquently. They're composed, they're full of information, and they truly know what they're talking about. They're not just some smooth talkers. They are truly, truly invested into this XRP ecosystem. All right. So anyways, guys, you get the gist with this web monetization. But this is only just one component of web monetization. This is, in the gaming industry. We're going to see it take all new shapes. We can speculate on the use cases, but again, for XRP, this is like speculating right when the internet came out and then being able to predict that there would be social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter where we interact and follow each other and have friends and message each other and share news and show videos and pictures and even go live. And then we have different, we subscribe to people on YouTube. We subscribe to blogs that are just right on our phone and our fingertips. And, even phones is emerging technology. Just think a phone, you carry it with you everywhere. There's probably a large percentage of you that spend more time on your phones or computer than you do outside or living real life. So you could arguably say that you're living in virtual reality more than reality. And again, a phone there's so many use cases for a phone. It can be a calculator, a flashlight, a calendar, a camera, a way to communicate with people, whether it's texting, email, calling, video call. You see where I'm going with this? This is why I'm so excited. Because the limit, honestly, the sky is the limit. XRP, this is a disruptive technology. DLT is huge. Blockchain is a specific form of distributed ledger technology. And not only DLT, but just think of the interledger protocol as a whole. ILP is massive. The XRP ledger will change the world. And this is not financial advice by any means. I'm not giving you price predictions, even though I am more bullish than you would even believe long term. But nobody knows when this will take off and how high this thing will go. Remember, Amazon was worth pennies, all right? It was very, very low. Even when it was worth $1, nobody knew that it would be valued at $2,000 or hit a high of $2,000 per stock at some point. Granted, there were, other things going on as well. But guys, that's 2000x right there. XRP, I'm expecting much, much higher than that. And I still think that's being conservative. This is for one of the greatest problems in the world that they're aiming to solve. And this ecosystem is going in all directions now. They built this foundation. Don't get me wrong, it does take time, but the snowball effect is going to begin rolling faster and faster, and I think we're seeing that. We're seeing recognition from the Federal Reserve. We're seeing regulations coming slowly but surely. The attention is coming. We're seeing banks like Bank of America patent Ripple technology. The proof is in the partnerships, guys. I don't know what else to say. So I am recording this video very, very late. I think this will be my last one for tonight because I have a big day tomorrow. So with that, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts down below on what you think will be the biggest driver for the XRP ecosystem. Do you just think it's the Spring Initiative itself? Do you think it could be COIL? Is it xRapid? What do you think it will be? Do you think it's going to be solely settlement if the DTCC adopts XRP as the settlement mechanism? Do you think that R3 and Corda will drive it? Do you think the Japanese market will begin? I just want to hear your guys' thoughts. I want to start, an educational and respectful debate down below in the comments. I don't want name calling. I want us to really use YouTube comments as a thread, just like we do on Twitter or Reddit. All right? So hopefully keep the positivity coming, guys. You can disagree, and that's totally fine. But I just, would like a reason instead of just saying scam coin. I like Dogecoin better than XRP. Don't just leave random comments. Try to explain a little bit. But all right, guys, thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next video.